Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today I just wanted to speak with you guys about what to actually look for and the things to be aware of when you're growing things in containers and garden bags. I know I have the camera up in the air there. Now, when I have stuff growing in these grow bags here, they do pretty well. I'm able to gauge it. As you can see, I don't have my soil mulched, which I should. And that's just because I'm trying to get an understanding of how my soil does in different temperatures. So I know when it's mulched, because I'm new to gardening, what to look for, what to be prepared for. Because when it's mulched, you can't really see what's under there unless you kind of dig it up. Now, don't use that as gospel. I'm just explaining to you why my soil is mulched. Now, when I'm growing stuff in these grow bags, I've gotten them online. They grow well because the water drains out perfectly. But however, when I try to grow stuff, and this is my cane here shooting out, sugar cane. But when I grow stuff in these containers, I was told, okay, put some holes in it. I had no idea how many holes or how big of a hole to put in the containers. So during my trial and error phase, what happened was I had a few plants die on me. And then that's when I realized I needed to put bigger holes in my containers because the top of the soil looked dry, but the lower sections of the soil, once you dug under or stuck your finger in there, was moist, like super moist. So I lost an avocado plant to having overly soaking or soggy containers, especially after the rain fell. I wasn't able to gauge it because the top looked dry in my understanding, and I think that's probably what mulching is for. In the defense of the persons who will say, you need to mulch more. But I learned that some plants needed larger holes than others. Having a well-draining container really helps with you not necessarily overwatering because, it just makes sense. So if you look at these, this here, do you see how large this hole is? I have about 2 or 3 at the bottom. The ones at the bottom aren't as big as this one. I just put like 2 or 3 around the sides of the Home Depot buckets for some of the plants that prefer better draining soil. Like this one here, where was it? I think it already died. Some of them can't really do well with the, okay, let me show it to you. This is the avocado plant. It died because while the top looked dry, the plant itself was just it was like literally swimming in moisture. Another thing is my mint plant. It was well moisturized, but I'm learning now, some you have to put in the shade, some don't do well in the shade, and I'm learning. But for the most part, I only had 2 plants died. One died from transplant shock, the other died from being in too much moisture, and then 3 plants died, and a third one died because the sun was just way too hot when I got it. I just put it out in the sun. So when you get plants, don't just immediately put them out in the sun. Young plants, which is if they've come in, if you've got them mailed to you or they were in greenhouses, kind of keep them in the same setting and then gradually put them out in the sun. But as I'm saying, when you're gardening in containers, be sure to pay attention to the moisture level below the surface of the soil. Be mindful of how your plants are responding to it, and don't put your plants too deep in the soil. So for a plant like this, I put the soil literally to here, to there, and then I put the root ball at the top of it, so the root ball is just at the surface where it was at. If you put it too deep as well, that will cause your plant to die. All right, so I hope this video was helpful. I want to thank you guys for joining me today, and you have a great day. Bye for now.